It's not very often I'm inspired by just a motherboard to do a full build, but this is the X870E AERO X3D wood from Gigabyte, and this is exactly what got the ball rolling on this project. I saw this at CES back in January as part of an amazing build done by John and Ellie at Liquid House, and I knew this would be mine. I was almost right, because this build today will actually be going to live with one of you when I'm done. Gigabyte was cool enough to provide this board, and the aesthetics are insane. It's a mix of light gray, white, silver, frosted acrylic, and light oak wood grain. It has a monster thick backplate, there's real leather pulls here, recessed warm lighting accents, super nice. The covers for the M.2 slots are all magnetic with quick releases, so no screwdriver needed, love that. It's got dual native 40 gig USB 4 ports with DP alt and 65 watt power delivery. There's dual 5G LAN and Wi-Fi 7 with an ultra high gain antenna. Power delivery and cooling specs are all top tier here too, so you're not sacrificing any power for the aesthetic, which I love. This thing is pure art. You can find this anywhere from like $450 to $500 depending on timing, and they make this in a dark version too if that's more your speed. They also sent an RTX 5070 AERO OC 12G. This is a triple fan design, also done in white and silver, and we'll look at some performance in a bit. I hit up Corsair next because I remembered they had some custom wood grain memory built for that build at CES. I didn't know if it was going to go on sale to the public, but obviously would be a perfect match for this. It turns out that, yeah, they actually did manufacture a little of that, so I scored 32 gig of Vengeance RGB DDR5 in the white and wood grain. Just look at this. They also came through with their Titan 360 RX RGB AAO, an RM850X power supply, and some 120mm RGB fans, all in white. And to house all this, they sent their Frame 4000D modular mid-tower system, also in white, with the oak front panel. I haven't built in a Corsair case in a really long time. They actually made the case I used for my first dedicated gaming PC build back in 2014, 2015. But I've been hearing a lot of good things about this case. There's tons of different ways you can customize this thing, and based just purely on the aesthetic, I think it's going to make the perfect home for this build. CPU and storage are on me, so we're going with an AMD Ryzen 9 9800X3D and a 1TB Samsung 990 Pro NVMe because storage prices are just outrageous right now. I still have to ship this whole build somewhere in the world, and that costs a mint. I love how this look came together. Yeah, all white builds always look clean, but the wood grain and the warm lighting really set this one off. And check this out, the UEFI is designed in the same style as the motherboard itself. I've never seen this before, and this is a really nice touch. I didn't even notice until I started building that the power supply is one of Corsair's Shift series, so all the connections are on the side instead of the front of the unit. My only complaint is that I wish the connectors themselves were also white like they are on the case connections. Speaking of that case, really easy to build it. This was a pretty simple build, but there are a ton of different ways you can build one of these out, even obvious features to help with stuff like custom water loops. The rail system for the fans is nice, and the included adjustable GPU bracket worked out perfect for the length of this card. I wound up using a Commander Duo mated to the iCUE link so that all the fans and all the lighting, including the memory, are controlled via iCUE, so you have all that control under one roof. Really impressive cable management here too. There's all sorts of tucks, Velcro straps, mounting points, etc. It's really well done. I put this through a 1 hour full stress test in OCCT, and the max CPU temp was 78, averaged just under 68 for this run, and this is a worst case scenario test. Running a total of 7 120mm fans, I saw a jump from like 40.5 dB ambient noise level in my room to a max of 53 or a 12.5 dB delta. So it does work pretty hard to keep those temps in check, but this was just running the default balanced fan curve in iCUE, so there is some room to play with these. With the fans on the AIO, you can face these in or out depending on how much branding you want visible in your build. I chose to face these in. Performance lines this up to be a strong 1440p machine. I didn't pull a lot of punches on the presets set levels, most of these are set higher than I normally would for benchmarks. And these are all native performance, so no DLSS, no upscaling, no frame gen unless the game forces it. This means you'll have a lot more performance overhead just running upscaling without even having to get into frame gen, so ultra wide will be no problem, and you may be able to get some decent 4K performance utilizing some of these features. Big thanks to Gigabyte and Corsair for helping this one come together. If you want to get your hands on any of the stuff I used, I will leave links in the description for everything. And if you'd like a chance to get your hands on this entire PC for yourself, just head over to Instagram, check the pinned reel for all the official rules and instructions. I've got a crazy busy month, so this will draw the morning of Sunday, August 2nd. As always, thanks so much for watching, and good luck.